Hi guys, I'm back again for another unboxing video. Okay, so my husband bought me several decks for Valentine's Day, and he surprised me actually because there were other decks that did not come in. He knows that I love the artist Jasmine Becket Griffith, so he bought me the Oracle of the Shapeshifters by Lucy Cavendish, and as you can see, it's the artist that makes the little cartoon girl with big eyes, and this is a deck that I've been wanting, and I'm going to review them today. And hopefully there'll be some messages that we will get through. If they come through, I'm sure that they will, because this deck is very inspirational. I've been using the last deck, the Alice of the Wonderland, and I'm going to say it's a very powerful deck. I love it. I love this artist. I have a few other decks by her that I adore. So let's get started. I pre-cut, as I said before, be careful not to cut your boxes. I've done it so many times and I've been so sorry after I did. I hate scratches. Okay, hopefully this deck will come out easier. Good size box. The cards are not too big, the other ones that I had by this artist, or I should say Lucy Cavendish. Okay, good size guidebook, very illustrated. Sorry for the squeakiness in my chair. As you can see, it's very illustrated. Lots of pages, like typical guidebooks, 100 and something. So always read your guidebook before reading your cards. I mean, even if you can't get to every card, but at least get to know your guidebook. Get to know the cards a little bit. Read them. Meditate over them. By all means, please, I always like to do this before I read with cards. I can't do it right now, obviously, but sage them. If you have some white sage at home, try saging over the cards, because it's not that there's negative energy on them, but they've been handled in a factory, and as you can see, they've been sealed, and I'm sure it's the machine, but I like to keep them clear. So when I start working with them, I always sage my cards. I do it like twice a day. Okay, so just a tip. Okay, a very nice finish, as you can see, all sticky. This is the back of them, beautiful butterflies. And it looks like a little fairy frog or a shapeshifter. There's my ring light again, there we go. If I do it at an angle, it won't show up. And I apologize, I didn't do my nails today. Care, your self-care is up for me, my hair too, so always get down to it. We're coming into March, it's time for spring, it's a new beginning, so I'm getting all prepared and all ready. Okay, so it's a nice box that came in. I like the box because it's kind of like set that they don't shift around. Sometimes the boxes, they shift around a little bit. There's no messages inside, which is fine, but good box to keep your cards in. So what I'm going to do is shuffle the cards first. And that's my ringtone. It's my ring that I have. Anytime that someone drives by, it's very sensitive. I try to set it so it doesn't go off. I know many of you have heard it in my previous videos and have gotten readings, and I apologize, but I love the little rings. I mean, sometimes it's a sign when I'm meditating and I'm asking my angels for a sign. I swear, it always comes up, and I'm like, there's the sign. So, like, sometimes signs will come up, randomly, even if it is, oh, card fell out. Let's see what card we got. Little Olin, wisdom's as light as a feather. Okay, well, I guess this is a time for us to start unboxing and showing the cards. Strange companions in stranger places. Oh, very pretty. Very, very colorful. Butterflies in gloom. Now, a lot of you have been asking me, why are the cards in this particular, this artist, why she writes cards that look so intense, kind of like scary sometimes. They're not scary, they're just very intense. As you can see, there's good and bad in all cards. Now, not that I'm saying that they're bad, but you have to have sometimes a little bit of a variety just to get through whatever it is, and as it says, many of the cards don't represent what they say. Okay, two kittens, very cute. Now see, that is beautiful. Though their eyes are glowing, they're still very beautiful. I love the big eyes. When I first got this deck a few years back, I believe it was what was the name of it? Fairy Tale and the Creatures one. What is the name of that one? Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to get out. Okay, there we go. My sister Mary bought them for me, by the way. And the first thing I thought of was, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can read with these cards. The eyes are so big, and they're really like compared to the other cards that I use. They don't look exactly like they're very extreme. But then as I got to know them, I have to be honest with you. I love them. I felt them to be very magical, very powerful, and they've actually helped me open up in my readings messages. See, there's the ring. Messages that come through, and it's like, oh my gosh, what I saw, you know, just by the visual eye, very beautiful, very vivid. I have to tell you, but like for cards, oracle cards, tarot cards, and it's kind of like we all have to be like not like cautious, but kind of like we have to like look at what the messages are saying. Okay, here we go. The fairy bee. I don't know why, I just had to look at this. My life is sweet. And you know what? That's the way you need to look at things. Not look at things so extreme. As you can see, Snow White and her animal friends. Oh, these are lovely cards. A twist in the tail. Wow. Now these are different, very light, very pastel. Very pastel and very vivid. Once upon a midnight dreary. Creativity, genius, writing, expression, artistic flow. Now I'm talking about the artist, how beautiful she's created all these cards and her other decks as well. But I also have to say, Lucy Cavendish has a lot to say about the cards as well, because it's her cards. And you know what? It's all about what calls out to you. Sometimes you're not really prepared for the messages that come through. Maybe you're not listening to them. Maybe you're not open to them. But what you are doing is that you're opening yourself to a new realm. No matter how the energies come through, Fiona and the Unicorn, however they're coming through, you have to listen to them. Messages are going to happen. Dragonfly, mermaid. You've attracted wonderful news. And that is beautiful. I mean, there's new beginnings, and I just talked about that. Beauty and the Beast. You need some space in a relationship. You know what? This is beautiful. I'm very drawn to this card. I'm going to meditate over this card, but there's a lot to say about this card. You need some space in a relationship. Maybe the relationship you're in right now is not going in the direction you want it to, because you're not focusing on what your heart is telling you. Your heart is telling you, I love this person, I care for this person, but maybe I need time for myself. Because by doing things by yourself, well, that's beautiful. You kind of like understand what it is that the messages that are coming through to tell you something, because that person that you're with needs the space. Maybe it's not you, maybe it's the person that you're with. Sometimes when we're with people, we end up thinking that we're supposed to tell them what to do, or we're supposed to, ooh, very pretty. A time to say goodbye. Maybe it's a time to say goodbye. Maybe it's a time to let go of that person for the time being. If it's permanent, if it's just for a little time off, you know, it's more of like, you always need time for yourself. You always need space for yourself, and they do too. Not to say goodbye, farewell, but more of like, I need to focus on myself. Just like I was talking about self-care, guys. Self-care is very important right now, because if you're not looking at what is coming through into your life right now, you're not focusing on the new beginnings, you're not preparing, you're never going to see the light. You're never going to see the positive side of it all. And that's where you need to have the imagination, as this card says, your imaginary friend, like this dragon / butterfly or fairy. It's a time to dream and a time to, you know, you are unlike anything else. You are like anyone else, because it is spiritual. You have so much what it takes to get past all of this. You know you can do this, but you have to focus on it. If you're not dreaming, you're not taking on from what is truly in your soul center. I always talk about this, and I'm trying to get past 10 minutes comes by, because you're beautiful. Like this card says, a beautiful little worm. And take care of yourself. I'm talking about this. This is a message, guys. Taking care of yourself. And we're almost running out of time. I apologize for my communication. I love to talk to you guys. So Anyways, love and light to you all. God bless.